All right, it is early morning. Um, got up for my alarm, and it was one of those ones where I think I slept pretty decent. Had to go to the bathroom and then I look at the alarm, it's kind of close, not super close. I know if I fall back asleep and wake up exhausted. But I didn't get up immediately. I mean, after I went back on the bed and just relaxed a little bit and scrolled on my phone a little bit. But anyway, heading to the gym. And today is back biceps. Oh, deer. Oh, babe, little deer. Back biceps, shoulders, and forearms. And so dedicated forearms, I don't know, a lot of people don't do dedicated forearm exercises. I didn't really used to either, but part of this plan is set up where I got to do them. And why is that important? Well, a lot of people will say, well, my forearms get worked out when I'm doing other movements, pulling movements, and which I get that. But when it comes to those movements, let's say you're doing lat pull downs or other things that require forearm strength, you can work your forearms, but is that what you're trying to work out for that exercise? Like if you're doing lat pull downs and your forearms are getting a ton of work on there and you lose your grip strength, you're not getting as good of a workout on your back on your lat pull downs as you could, because your forearms give out. And are you doing a forearm exercise? You're doing a back exercise. You're doing a back exercise. And so get weightlifting straps, and so you can get more work on your back. Now, I did that, started doing that how many weeks ago? Huge difference, a month or so ago. I forget what it was. Huge difference. Or even if you're doing deadlifts, trying to hold and you're trying to do deadlifts, is your forearm strength is going to give out, your grip strength is going to give out before you get the work in your legs that you want. And don't let your forearms be the limiting factor. Get some weightlifting straps there. You can get them for like $10 on Amazon, and they work wonders for it. You'll get bigger, more of a workout in your target muscle. So that means then you got to make sure. Now, what the heck is that thing? Oh, it's a house cat. Got out. Maybe it's not a house cat, But anyway, interesting things you see when it's still dark outside as you're driving. And this road always has tons of animals on it, so I just got to be more careful. Always be careful, but particularly on this road, there's turkeys and cranes and all sorts of things. But then you got to do dedicated forearm exercises. I just do the wrist curls on there. I might also get some of those gripper things too, and keep that by my desk and just do that and get some focus on the forearms. I mean, I'm not trying to get like Popeye forearms or anything like that, but you don't want to have little skinny forearms and big huge biceps or something. And I don't have huge arms to begin with, so if my biceps and tries get too big compared to my forearms, it's going to look pretty freaking weird, in my opinion. But going to get a workout. I got my pre-workout taken, stuff that I added to it, and the beta-alanine. I know some people don't like that weird tingling feeling, but I don't know, for some reason I kind of like it. Maybe it doesn't hurt or anything, it's just kind of weird. Tingling doesn't necessarily mean it's working, because you have to build up a reserve or something in your body for it to take impact, kind of like creatine. It's not something you just take it once and all of a sudden it's going to drive your workout. You have to take it over an extended period of time, then it can help a little bit. But got the workout, and today then for work, again, head to Panera again afterwards and have a coffee after the workout. Damn, there's tons of deer there, jeez. I had a feeling I'd see some animals. Like walked outside, it's actually, even though it's early, kind of actually a warm feeling on there. So, but with work, back to work, and some putting some things in for our team. You know, need to kind of do some things to how do I put it? Get people on some people on track and on where they want to go. Everybody has a different trajectory of how much they want to grow their business, and what I do and what we're doing, it's not like that every person needs to have sales like that high on there. And well, it'd be great if everybody's that high, but not everybody is that. Like for the industry that I'm in and what I'm doing in our structure, not everybody needs to be up here. But I don't want people all the way down here. I want them to raise up and get to levels that beyond a little bit where they feel that where their goals are. You know, a lot of people sometimes, not a lot of people, some people will put goals that are lower than what they're capable of. And I'm not even talking about capable of with ultimate stretching, but they think that, hey, I've always done this, I want to do this. And it's because that extra amount they think they can do is based on how they've been doing things up to that point. And why that makes sense, and for most people that actually is probably the way to go, but I don't want people to be doing, if you come to work for our branch, which we have some new people on there, is you don't come to work with me and my partners to do the things that you've always have done. That doesn't make sense to do. Now that's how most mortgage companies are. You go from one company to the next company and they just want your production, whatever that ends up being. And they might have some glitz and glamour and stuff. I call that stuff whipped cream, whatever that offering is. It looks good, tastes good, smells good, but there's no substance to it, so I call it whipped cream on there. And that's why you see a lot of loan officers, they move from company to company to company because it's just the same thing, just at a different place. They might have slightly different interest rates, different products, that kind of stuff, whatever. But ultimately, it's the same stuff. You don't come work for my branch with my partners and I and do the same thing over. You come to work with us to do things differently, to push yourself, to make changes to your business. And if even with that, as people know that it's hard to break old habits. It's hard to do things differently because you've done things a certain way for so long that you have to kind of deconstruct what you're doing. Now, through our trainings and our protocols, it's not just do this and do X, Y, Z. Yes, there is part of that, but we also try to teach people the principles behind what we do. Everything is principle based, because the beautiful thing about principles, once you understand principles never change. No matter what the market does, no matter where technology is, if you understand the principles of things, you can adapt to any market. Tactics change over time, is, you know, because like social media changes, the platforms changes, laws change on ways that you can communicate with people. And where people get in trouble is that they're so reliant on a tactic without understanding the underlying principles. When things change, they can't adapt. But when you understand the underlying principles, you can adapt to any market, any things that changes on there. It doesn't mean it's going to be instantaneous or simple or easy on there, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it when you understand principles. And so we try to teach people principles and help them break down limiting beliefs, and also try to deconstruct, park in here, deconstruct what they've been doing, or disassemble what they've been doing, and then help them do things that are going to help them grow their business, no matter where the market is, no matter if the interest rates are in the 8s or if they're in the 2s or anywhere in between. And so remember that principles are key. Understand the principles behind what you are doing. And when you understand the principles, it also helps make it a little bit easier to start taking action. But that's it at the gym. Talk to you later.